He was just trying to fill the magazine and fill a little article in there. Well, shortly after the magazine came out, they started getting orders for reprints of the magazine and more reprints. They started coming in not just in the hundreds, but in the thousands. And Elbert Hubbard asked his staff, he said, which article are they wanting the reprints of? He thought it would be one of the main articles that they'd worked so hard on, done all the research on. And they said, it's that little one that you scribbled out on Garcia, the guy that got the message to Garcia. Didn't even have a title. The man who got the message to Garcia. People started ordering them in lots of 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, a million. They had to tell people, look, we cannot print that many. We're just going to give you permission and you go ahead and print it yourself. And what I'd like to do today is I'd like to read to you a little bit of that article, if that's okay. Since I have the microphone, I figure that's what we're going to do. Thank you. Now, this was written over 100 years ago, but you're going to think it was written yesterday. The point I wish to make is this. McKinley gave Rowan a letter to be delivered to Garcia. Rowan took the letter and did not ask, where is he at? By the eternal, there is a man whose form should be cast in deathless bronze, and the statue placed in every college of the land. It is not book learning young men need, nor instruction about this and that, but a stiffening of the vertebrae, which will cause them to be loyal to a trust, to act promptly, concentrate their energies, do the thing, carry a message to Garcia. You, reader, put this matter to a test. You are sitting now in your office. 6 clerks are within call. Summon any one and make this request. Please look in the encyclopedia and make a brief memorandum for me concerning the life of Correggio. Will the clerk quietly say, yes, sir, and go do the task? On your life, he will not. He will look at you out of a fishy eye and ask one or more of the following questions. Who was he? Which encyclopedia? Where is the encyclopedia? Was I hired for that? Don't you mean Bismarck? What's the matter with Charlie doing it? Is he dead? Is there any hurry? Should I bring you the book and let you look it up yourself? What do you want to know for? Do you want to sponsor that guy? Now, if you are wise, which means there is an option to not. But anyway, now if you are wise, you will not bother to explain to your assistant that Correggio is indexed under the C's and not under the K's, but you will smile sweetly and say, never mind, and go look it up yourself. How many of you know that sounds like it was written yesterday, not 100 years ago? Very few people have a passion for excellence. Very few. You know, there's a story in the New Testament about Jesus walking along with his disciples, and they came to a fig tree that didn't have any figs on it, and the Bible says that when Jesus saw that there were no figs on it, he cursed the tree, and the next day it was withered up and dead. I'm impressed. One day, withered up and dead. Now, you know, I'd read that several times, and I never realized something that it said in there. I'd always, I guess, just breezed right past it. You know, sometimes you can read something and not really catch everything that's in it. But as I read it again, I realized what it said. It said that the tree didn't have any figs on it because figs were not in season. I was like, Jesus, weren't you a little hard on the little tree? I mean, none of the trees had figs on them, Jesus. Why'd you pick on this one? So I went to bed that night wondering what it meant. 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up, sat straight up in bed, and God spoke to me, and He said, if all you're doing is what comes naturally to you, I'm not impressed. If you're only producing when everybody else is producing, so what? If you're just keeping up with the crowd, big deal. Are you proud of that? Are you proud that you're keeping up with everybody else? God spoke to me and He said, Mark, if you want to impress me, here's the way to impress me. If you can produce figs one day a year, you can produce figs every day of the year. If you can sponsor and prospect and build your business one day a year, you can do it every day of the year.